Hello and welcome, I'm Chris, and on today's video we're going to be looking at layers. Different types of layer. Long layer, round layer and a square layer. Now a lot of time clients will come in and they will want their hair to have more layers in it. And what I generally find is actually they don't need more layers, they have the wrong type of layer. Because each layer has a specific job and is suitable for a specific hair type. So if you're not subscribed to the video, don't forget to like and hit the subscribe because it really helps me make more videos and promote this channel. So let's get going. Okay, so first up is the long layer. The long layer is probably currently the most used layer because it leaves texture and it leaves movement, but it also leaves all of your client's length. So when you're cutting a long layer, you're going to start with your internal length. So starting on the crown, you're going to pick the length of the layer you want. Now you can cut at 90 degrees as long as you don't cut into your baseline. This will give you more layers, more movement. Or you can take the layer shorter and angle your fingers at reverse 45 and cut up to keep the length. Now this is fantastic for adding movement to hair as well as taking out some of the weight. It's not particularly good, however, if they have really curly hair, as you can get a separation of the curls and the curls can end up going up really high here or really low there. Or likewise, if you don't put a lot of layering in, the curl is simply focused around this area and it looks very triangular. So I use this for sort of putting movement into the hair, adding a little bit of texture for clients with straight to wavy hair. So the next up would then be a round layer. So a round layer, we're going to again choose our internal length. However, this time we're going to pull the hair directly out of the head and we're cutting to 90 to the head shape. And we follow this all the way around the head, connecting into our outside layer. Now again, this is much better for adding texture and movement to wavy to curly hair, as it's softer and keeps the curls more located where you need them to be. However, if you're going to do this on a shorter haircut, a lot of people use round layers on shorter haircuts, then again it's great. It does exactly what it says. It gives you a round shape. But just be aware that if your client has a lot of curls, a round shape can sometimes be very unflattering. It looks a bit like a clown wig. Okay, so that comes in and out of fashion and can be trendy and all those sort of things. However, for the majority of people that do have curly hair, they don't really want to look like they've got a clown wig stuck on their head. So just be aware on shorter hair, a round layer with curly hair is probably not the best way to go. Some people will call a long layer, the first one that I showed you, a square layer because you are cutting square across in some instances. However, that's not what I call a square layer. So with a square layer, we're actually pulling the hair to 90 square. Okay? Now, when you're doing this, there is a danger that if you don't judge the length right, that you can cut into your base length. So this again is more ideally suited for shorter hairstyles, shoulder to a short bob length. And what it does is it removes the bulk of the weight, and on shorter hair it won't touch the length. And because the head is round, when you let it go, what you actually get is sort of a graduated effect. And this is the most common mistake I see on shorter hairstyles, where people are coming in and going, I want more layers. So they have a uniform or round layer that's cut round to the head. However, it's not giving them volume. Whereas adjusting it and sometimes even growing the top a little bit to bring it into a square layer then gives the deception of volume. Again, this is also fantastic for sort of medium to short curly hair. Because you're cutting the bulk of the weight out of here, you're leaving weight on the top so the curls don't spring up and it doesn't look like a clown wig, and the focus is more around the curls being here with the weight pushing down on top of them. So I hope this video has helped, and don't forget to like and subscribe.